Hey everybody, welcome to In the Green Zoom. We're here again at Nightlight Studios. I'm Paul Danke. Thanks for joining us. We've got a great show. Greg Barris is on the piano for us. Not as always. You weren't here last week, Greg, but...
I wasn't here last week. Did anyone play the piano?
No, what are we going to do? Have someone take over your job 1 week in?
Happy to do it.
We're not sharks in this business, but we do have a lot of hilarious people on the show with us. We have Maggie, Maye, Matt McCarthy, and Stevie Nelson are all here with us in the Green Zoom. Thanks for joining us. You know, we're having a lot of time messing around with the show in this new spot, here doing it with each other in the studio. It feels remarkably intimate. We've spent hours together this year, and now suddenly together in person, chemistry. It's electric.
Electric.
It's electric. This is we're workshopping this show. Obviously, things are different now. We're not interacting via Zoom. Now people are forced to see how weird my legs splay as I perform, and this is weird. I look down and I go, "Wow, talk about no authority. This is not an authoritative seat. There's never been a king on a throne sitting like this, and I feel so comfortable."
That's why Johnny had a desk. He sat the same way.
He goes, "I like my legs very crossed," but you're right, they couldn't show it. Ed McMahon would never have allowed for it. He was too straight-laced.
FDR, too. He sat like that, but for different reasons.
No!
Somebody else.
Too soon?
Way too
He was
soon.
not aware he was sitting like that.
Folks.
He looked down and was like, damn it.
Eleanor!
Who put my legs like this?
And then the theme song would play.
It was the most comfortable. He didn't put him that way, but he liked it.
Who moved my legs? That was the name of the sitcom. This is too soon.
Yes.
Too soon.
We've got to take it easy on our old dead presidents. They've had it too hard for too long. Also, we got a special guest on the show. Olive is here. Maggie, why don't you introduce us to Olive?
Olive, look at all of the people. Look at all of them. Look at.
So cute. Look at you.
What do you guys think of
I
Olive?
don't see enough comments in the chat about how cute my dog is.
There's a delay in case somebody makes fun of Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Look at her. Look at her. Look how cute she is. No, she looks soft. So soft.
Maggie, make sure.
Look at that little cute puppy booty. Look at
Uh-oh.
that. Shaking and shaking.
She's a girl.
So cute. Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Takura.
Yeah. We're finally getting some puppy comments.
What's this LOL Mike shit? How about
Thank you.
me? I'm killing.
Yes.
Thank you, Allison.
Yeah, give us an LOL shout out to Matt McCarthy. Let him know that he's also a cute puppy.
Thank you, Mary.
Matt McSee, I'm also a puppy. The dad knows the song, right?
No.
Paw Patrol? Your
No,
kids didn't
no,
watch Paw
we
Patrol?
I immediately clocked Paw Patrol as propaganda and
Boom,
wouldn't allow it in my
yes.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
complicated.
know. Propaganda that firefighters are
Hot
Cops.
puppies.
clumsy.
It's just not true. I've never met a clumsy firefighter. There are a lot of things. Maybe a little, look, they think they can continue to park wherever they want. And let's be honest, firefighters, y'all drive red trucks on your free time, and that's weird. I think it's weird to have the big red truck in the shop and then you personally drive a red truck. That's a little bit too matchy-matchy for me.
Maybe because when they're off duty, they can be on duty.
I think it's all they have.
No. These are personal trucks. You're a firefighter and you go, now it's time for me to buy my truck and I'm going to buy a red one. And I go, guy or girl, tone it down. Too much red in your life. Get yourself a nice, go maroon if nothing else. Dial it down. I don't want to.
I would like to just say that Paul's anti-fireman stance does not represent the entire stance of the show and staff
All right.
and the people who work on the show.
Okay, Greg's a detractor. Look, everybody wants to give firemen all the grace because they save kittens. But let me tell you, I see very few kittens saved. I feel like that is more for television. Not true. But hey, if you get me at a firefighter's ball, I got nothing but nice things to say.
I
hitting
mean-
the buffet. I'm having a good time. I'm dancing on the dance floor. I'm participating in the limbo, but I'm keeping my private things private. We're here workshopping the show, and I think it's so fun to share a little bit. It's sort of like that Bob Vila show. We're taking you behind the development of something, and I think that's a lot of fun. And one thing that I personally love is a do-it-yourself attitude, and I find that, we all are embracing more and more a do-it-yourself attitude, and that brings us to our first subject of the show. What is something you should absolutely not do it yourself? Matt, what do you think is something that you shouldn't do yourself?
We had an ant problem, and not a problem.
On your side or your wife's side?
Son of a bitch!
I'm sorry, it was getting going.
We had an aunt problem, and
They're coming through the windows. They're coming under the door. They're outside.
it was too much. I was crying, uncle.
Okay.
So what else is going on?
So how did you get rid of them? You didn't keep enough white
well,
wine chilled,
There
or
it was the yard. We rent a house, and as soon as we moved in, I was like, "There's a lot of ants in this yard," and I called first of all, the woman who's the property manager pretended like she didn't live in the house behind us, and when she was showing us the house, she drove her car from the house behind us and parked in front of the house we're renting to, keep this illusion up. And the person we write the check to is a fake person, which is her.
wow.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is hold on. I'm gonna get the HCIGLA on the phone.
Right.
This is fascinating.
Right.
So you noticed too many ants in the zone.
Well, all I'm trying to get at is immediately Glennis was like, I don't think Barbara exists. I think it's just Joanne. Like day one. And I was like, you're crazy. But like a fox.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of ants in the yard, and I called her once, and I was like, there's a lot of ants in the yard, I noticed. And she's like, ants? We never had an ant problem. I was like, all right. And then they weren't even, sometimes they would come in through a window, but sometimes they would just come through like slats of the wall, which I was like, that seems problematic.
Yeah.
Because they were racist ants.
Well, it's what they said when they came in.
Right, they
Like,
came
whoa.
in and they were like, he's got some good ideas, he's got some good points. And I was like, I don't even want to know who he is.
Let's just hear him out.
Right. So he's going to be reelected. He's going to be reinstated this year with John F. Kennedy Jr. I'm just like, this is very upsetting. So finally an ant guy came today and just kind of sprayed the outside. But previous to this, when I grew up, it was like if you left a popsicle on the ground, ants would show up. But then I moved to the valley, and if you spill a glass of water, it's
Yeah.
like all the ants are like, freedom! And so a bunch of ants came pouring out of the front step. And so I was like, oh, crap. So I ran inside the house, and I got a bug spray, which then I went and I sprayed them. And then I was voted out 2 to 1. My wife and my son were very upset. You would have thought that I ran over a dog
Don't
my
listen, Owen.
God.
Don't listen.
on purpose. That was the way.
Oh, sweetie.
And I was like, okay, I think maybe I overreacted. But deep down, I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this myself. Hire someone and have them murder the dogs.
Always
the ant world.
outsource your murder. Yeah. I try to get away, because I did a similar thing. I've treated some pests around our place, and I always tell my kids, I'm using natural, it's a natural derivative, the spray, and they're like, but it still kills them. I was like, yeah, but with flower oils, you see, so it's
Right.
good for the environment. And they're like, no, you have to stop. It's not fair. Maggie, what do you think is something you should never do it yourself?
I'm a big do-it-yourself kind of person. I do a lot of stuff by myself. But I feel like you should not. I do a lot of stuff by myself that I should not be doing by myself.
Oh.
And I will never admit that I should have gotten somebody else to do it. But let's see, something you shouldn't do yourself. I feel like anything involving water or cars. Because you can only watch so much YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can only watch so much YouTube before you fucked up your Ford Fiesta.
This is something I've noticed because
That's
I
true.
use YouTube a lot for fixing stuff, and this is you
It's
fucking,
deceptive.
you phony fake YouTube repair guys. I see you. This is what you do. You say, I'm going to fix this thing, and then you go down the process, and you skip the challenging step.
Exactly.
If there's the part where there's like a bolt that's behind something, they just go, oh, and then I remove that. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
That's the thing.
Show me you fucking removing that, because I'm here looking at it, and there's no goddamn way that thing's coming out.
It's
And
like,
they
don't
just
talk about no damn defibrillator. I don't know what a defibrillator is. Okay, so you need to go ahead and go through all of that. I was trying to figure out how to, because my car's in an accident, get the seatbelt to work again, which is specialized, which is something you need to take to a specialized
Yeah.
expert.
Yes.
And I was just like, YouTube could put an end to this. And I went and looked at it, and this guy wearing a whole face mask. So that should have let me know he was not board certified to be doing this. That he should not have been making this video, but he was just like, yeah, just do this, unhook that, unscrew this. And I was just like, I will ruin my car.
Wait, you mean he was in a balaclava? Like a ski mask?
Yes. A full ski mask. I don't even think he had eye holes. He didn't want nobody to know he had green eyes or anything.
For the whole video?
Yeah, that's
That's
more than
scary.
a red flag.
Yeah.
He was
yeah,
just like,
that's an FBI list.
yeah, that's,
this is what you need to do with your car.
That's how you-
Do that. And I was just like,
You want to reset? You want to reset that seatbelt?
exactly. Like, I already felt.
Send me Bitcoin.
Exactly.
You're like, no.
I felt weird about trying to do it myself, and just watching this video, I was like, yeah, I should definitely hire somebody to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. I recently went to my doctor, and she was giving. I was getting some exercises for rehabilitating an L3. I got some L3 problems. Anyway,
Wakeboarding?
God no, wakeboarding. That doesn't. This is a much sexier reason for fucking my back up. I did it at a trampoline zone.
I was going to ask, was it an amusement park?
These
Fucking dad shit!
You think your body can absorb all of the bouncing that it once could, and then you hit a series of bounce in a trampoline zone, and you
Dude,
fucked
my
up your
friend
back for
Chris
life.
just rode on the Matterhorn with his kid, and he's like, dude, my back is fucked.
There's this terrible zone in a part of your life where you just end up not going on roller coasters. It's not on purpose. You still love them. You're in your early 30s, but you don't. And then you're in your late 30s, and you're like, I'm going to go to Six Flags. And you fuck up your world.
Oh, I can't.
You find, I got an inner ear. I got
Dude.
a fluid situation. You're throwing up everywhere. Not good.
We went to a like an aquatic thing. There was like a high dive, like 10 feet up, whatever. 10 feet. It was like 20 feet up, something insane.
Right.
Whatever a high dive is.
17
Whatever
feet.
sounds
It was
high
like
to you,
it was
that.
at least 17 feet.
Oh, you don't say.
And so, Glennis stooges me off. She's like, "Oh, Daddy will jump off the high dive. You can watch him." I'm like, "All right, captain of the swim team, 2 years.
course, yeah.
What's
No doubt.
happening?" And
Let him know, Matt. Let him know.
I climbed
moves
up
too hard.
there, and I was just like, "Oh, those days are gone." Like I was petrified. I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know."
did you do it?
I did it, but
Well-
I wasn't happy about it.
No.
We went to fucking Mexico once, and you climb up like a 40-foot rock to jump down. I fucking dove head first. I'm on this fucking high dive, and I'm just like, I don't know where I went, but he's not here anymore.
We knew what to do here once.
Yeah.
That's like a whole level of thing. Like, aging is one thing, but having to age and know you have young children watching you do it.
Yeah.
Young
Oh.
children who did not see you in your glory days being like, my dad is scared right now.
My
Or
oldest
my dad
kid,
fucked up his back
my oldest
jumping.
kid keeps telling me I'm old, and I'm like, oh, No. Age is a mental state. Are you kidding? I told her, I was like, look, I'm going to be younger than you when you're 30. It's like, that's the reality of it. You don't get that now, but I was like, you feel already set in your ways. And me, I'm young. I'm ready to just move on to the next thing. I'm chasing it.
And then
do
you
you not see
do you
this-
push your kid after you say that?
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
You want to make it to 30?
There's a lot of boxing out. Like, oh, you want to get to the ice maker? We'll see
ever-
about that.
Do you not see this backwards hat? Kid?
Yeah.
You ever thump your kid in the chest with like your thumb and two of your fingers, like just
No.
No?
Is that how they disciplined you?
nothing?
Wow.
I was slapped in the mouth, but that sounds weirder, which is scarier.
You got slapped in the mouth?
I got slapped repeatedly in the mouth for being such a little smart mouth sweetie boy as I was. Couldn't help it.
And now look at you.
Yeah, just lifetime scarring on the side of my tongue. There's no doubt about
For
it.
real?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. When I got a new dentist, he goes, so, and I was like, yeah. I was like, we wouldn't call it abuse, but I had a very sharp tongue, and my mom doled it down and generated a bit of scar tissue on the cheeks and tongue. It's fine. I'm
Oh,
good.
you've got scars on your tongue, but I'm weird.
On the chest, it just feels like you're attacking the spirit. Greg,
He's
what do
got
you
a
think
hole.
is something that we shouldn't DIY? When should you not do it yourself?
Interesting you would ask me such a question, Paul.
Doesn't just play the piano.
Appendectomy.
I couldn't agree more.
You
That-
do not want to remove your own appendix yourself. It's all right there for you online. There's a how-to. It's
Sure.
all right there. You could do it, but you don't want to.
No, I don't think I agree completely. Self-surgery, if you don't have to, don't do it. Just
Hey, some self-surgery, but not an appendectomy.
okay, Greg. All right. You want to split hairs? You want to start leading people down the path of picking? Yes,
There's
this
stuff you can
self-surgery.
do.
No.
There's stuff that can be done on your own.
I'll add a little lip injection.
Yeah, we could fix these tongue scars.
There's a YouTube video about how to do your own appendectomy, actually,
That's
from
what I'm saying.
2013.
You don't want to do it. You don't want to follow that YouTube video. Go
No.
to a pro. Go to someone who's done 40,000 appendectomies.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. That's a great appendectomies. Don't do it yourself.
Okay.
Your first appendectomy is on yourself? Would you go to that person?
No, you're absolutely right. That's not
Breathing hard, like, yeah, I did my own appendectomy. I could do you too. What?
Got to keep the juice flowing
All
just
right, lay
enough
down.
to stay awake.
Again, the stitches haven't healed yet. 6 years.
Still
It's fine.
bleeding?
But I can see that being like the big sell. It's like, don't you want to get an appendectomy from a man who gave himself an appendectomy?
Yeah.
I know what it takes.
Trusts himself. He's a good guy.
He did it to himself.
I feel like movies have made giving someone like a tracheotomy look easy.
Oh. Oh.
Like
oh.
it still looks like like driving a car on its wheels, like
Yeah.
just the two side wheels.
Yeah,
it's up there where
You
it's
just
like
line it up
this seems like I could pull this off.
and I know I would too. If I get it, like the plane crashes and who's gonna do it, I'll do it. I just know that I want the experience. I want to know that I at least tried. And if they die,
I'm thinking like
well,
Anaconda.
It's in 1,000 movies.
I
yeah.
think Nobody. He did like once Odenkirk is giving you a trach, like he's like, oh, pull out the pen, boom. It's always a pen
Yeah.
or a straw.
a straw. I'm
Big
a
gulp,
pen guy.
like a boba straw.
Oh, God.
You have a smaller gauge straw. We're doing a tracheotomy here. We don't need
carry
one
around
boba
that.
Big
straw.
gauge. You want that big boba straw.
I like a nice tight straw for my tracheotomies. That's what set me apart. And
I'm ready to trach anyone, just FYI.
yeah, don't do it yourself. Have Greg do it. Tracheotomies.
Call
Trach
me.
and bake with Greg.
A bargain at twice the price of free.
Fly me in. I do 5 for 2.
Oh, no.
Stevie, what do you think is something you shouldn't do yourself?
I don't think you should wax your own body. It's like one hand is always violating the rest of your body, and you can't count down. Like you can't trick your brain into counting down. You're like 3, 2, and you're like, you can't do it. You psych yourself out.
That's so true.
If you can't do it right, you have wax on your body for who knows how long.
That's true.
A lot of areas you can't reach.
I feel like a lot. Well, it depends how long of a stick I guess you've got. Anyway, I agree. I don't think you should wax any part of your body.
No.
You should do it like pulling a kid's tooth, like you tie it to a doorknob and you just push the door closed.
I like that. You don't see people wax like that.
No,
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, not enough. Not
Yeah.
anymore. What happened?
A lot of slamming doors in
Yeah.
like a
People got
30-minute
lazy.
period.
Yeah,
Do you need another person to slam the door? You know, you could do it yourself still.
you do it, and then you're like, oh god.
Maybe you should do it yourself.
Yeah, but you got to trust yourself to really slam, because you also don't want to do it. So, like, are you going to slam it hard enough?
You could do it in one go, like wax your whole area, put the paper on, tie that to a brick, throw that off the roof.
There you go.
Again, this does sound like a buddy activity. You want someone to spot you, make sure you don't fall off the roof yourself. We don't
That's a good
encourage
point.
that type
Oh,
of
yeah.
behavior.
Although,
that
have
just
you
goes-
guys seen that YouTube video of that woman who gives herself that black face mask and starts peeling it, and it's too much for her, and so then her wife then like intermittently during the video, like she peels some of it, and she's like, ow, 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 and then you just see her wife's hand like peel some more of it. She's like, ow! And she's screaming and crying, and her wife will peel another piece of it.
Oh,
I saw a girl on Inside Edition who she tried to give herself freckles by putting ink on a needle.
good God.
Folks,
Does
what are we doing?
Does it not work?
It's a tattoo.
Not for her.
Okay.
First of all, you want to make sure it's not a, usually it's a brown color. You want to really brindle it out, get a few different hues in there, not just black dots. Then you're going to look like Peppermint Patty. And, well, she was a babe, but also not a sex symbol. So you got to be careful, right?
Peppermint Patty?
Yeah.
I think she was a sex symbol.
I can't even think of what she looks like.
She's the red.
She was the one who wore sandals.
Yeah, she hung with Marcy's friend, Marcy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's neither here nor there. Let's move on to our next segment.
She was really pushy in the Thanksgiving special.
She was. She really did own that dinner, though.
Hey, Chuck, cook me a turkey. See ya. What the fuck?
Oh, she had like blonde curly hair.
No.
Speaking of Sally, that's Charlie Brown's little sister.
All right, if you guys say so.
Wow, guess who's not getting invited to the DVD extra commentary of the Peanut specials? Greg.
Oh.
Who's
not
this?
again.
It's fucking Snoopy, guy.
Oh, come on.
Why is this
I
dog
know.
flying a doghouse? Doesn't
I
make
know
any
Snoopy.
sense.
Why does he fly that doghouse, though?
Man, wow. I wonder when, let's start our next segment. When did Greg lose his sense of imagination? Matt, when do you think that Greg lost? No, I'm.
Very
Greg,
dark segment of the
Yeah, give
show.
us something.
I think it might have been when his parents tapped him on the chest for no reason.
Yeah, wah, 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 wham.
That's the
And then it
last
went
time.
black.
That was the last time I wah to anyone. We speak the king's English here, son.
One of the things I'm really excited to share with you is all of the various and exciting talents of our cast members. So many funny people here. And this brings us to our next segment. It's called Riffing on Gifts with Stevie. Stevie here is a gift master. Yeah, you've achieved,
I just learned.
but very quickly and already so good. And Stevie's going to create a gift for us on the spot.
Yep. Got to
Stevie,
get to
why
my
don't
gift
you-
chair.
Yes. Why don't you take it to the chair, Stevie?
Take it to the chair, Stevie.
Was that your gift music?
It's just transition music to the chair.
Okay.
Do I have some gift music?
Yeah, give us some
Yeah,
gift
you
music.
got some hot
it should
gift
go,
music.
It should just kind of go back and forth, right? It shouldn't go
Yeah,
anywhere.
Good call.
Yeah, it should be teetering.
Yeah, it should. All right, riffing on gifts with Stevie. And to do this, we're going to need a few suggestions. I'm going to get them from you all. Maggie, will you give Stevie a color?
Teal.
You got
Teal.
it, Maggie.
Beautiful color to start with. Matt, will you give Stevie a shape to work with?
I already feel like we should call this segment like GIF libs instead of Mad Libs. Doesn't it feel like that's what we're doing?
It feels like that, but riffing on gifts is has
Riffing
a
on gifts was my idea, so I'm not.
yeah. So
No.
you're
I
looking to
can't-
Maggie for approval. And Maggie's like, this is my fucking.
I can't
name.
co-sign on that.
You're clearly riffing on gifts is the better title.
But what are we doing?
But I'm just, this is what I work great in a room. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'll spark a better idea by
Yeah.
saying
I'm down for a colon.
Mad
Riffing on
gifts.
gifts / mad gifts.
mad
Well,
gifts.
can we?
Colon
I mean,
Maggie.
can it
I
rhyme?
went gif libs. I know, the rhyming
We need
is-
it to rhyme. If it's gonna be GIF, it's gonna be what else is libs?
But gif almost rhymes with lib, which is the word we're replacing, mad gifts. But also Maggie just said mad gifts, which I didn't say, so now she probably likes it because it's her idea.
Well, you said GIF libs, which is
I know.
1,000 times worse than
Just
Mad
talking
Gifs.
out loud here,
Wow, we're
boss.
just sharing ideas
Maybe this
here,
is the
man.
idea.
All
Maybe,
right.
maybe
Whoa!
This
maybe
next
this is the
segment-
pitch that gets me thrown out of the room. I'm just going to say it.
This is where Matt and I will arm wrestle over this subject and find out. No,
A shape,
a shape, please, sir.
a heart.
A heart. We have a
Cute.
teal and a heart. And Greg, if you could just provide for us the last segment. Last bit is when was the last time you felt a loss? Felt a loss so deep that you couldn't recover? Just as a suggestion for a jump off.
Let me try that to myself. Yeah, that's unpleasant.
Monday.
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 Wow, this is all right.
Garfield over here.
Why does Garfield fly that plane?
I will say, regardless of gift libs or mad gifts or riffing on gifts, whatever it is, Olive still likes you better. Look at her.
This is
Riffing on a gift, my lips are mad. Mad gifts and mad gift lips now. Riffing on a gift, my lips are real gifty.
ooh yeah.
Really mad gifting, but I'm gifting in a jiffy.
Oh.
That's beautiful.
This is really beautiful. I don't quite know how to personally respond to it, but I just feel love coming up. And of course, everybody watching along, if you've also got an alternate title for this, we'd love to hear your suggestion. I think that we've got a pretty good start already, but you've given us so much already. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Steve, you need a little more time on this gift?
Yeah.
Great. Stevie, are you done now, though?
No, I'm not done.
Cool. So Stevie's going to need a little more time on the gift.
We're riffing.
So now we're riffing while she's gifting.
Riffing while gifting.
Okay, that's a whole different show. We love it.
Riffing while gifting. Well, this is, what do you got a favorite gif?
Riffing and gifting, riffing and gifting, riffing and gifting,
I love
riffing
gifs.
and gifting, we're riffing.
Yeah,
we're
my-
gifting, we're riffing and gifting.
My most frequently used GIF is John Candy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and it's the part where they were at a diner and he's smoking a cigarette and he's just like, okay, I see. And then he does like that with his. It's incredible because it's a point in the movie where Steve Martin is trying to break up with him again.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just like, okay, I see. He does that. Oh,
He's such
John
a beautiful
Candy.
man to be rejected. You could just break his heart, and he was the funnest person to watch. So sad. Rest in peace, John Candy.
You know what I've been watching? So, somebody posted it on TikTok, and I liked it, and I watch it every so often. It's just him and Catherine O'Hara in the back of that truck, and he's just like, oh, well, we once left a kid in a funeral parlor all day. And I was just, no way anybody anywhere wrote that on paper. It's just John Candy being like, hey, just let us. I see the red light on. I'll be hilarious now.
Just keep it going.
Let me know when I can stop because I am dying for a cigarette.
He definitely hit them ciggies hard. Maggie, you got a top gift? Do you got a gift you always use?
Let's see. I don't think I'm a huge giffer.
Oh, gifts are my love language.
I'm on an Android, so I can't really gift that we don't have the capability for gifting to that degree on an Android.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't realize that there was such a gift disparity between.
it really is.
iOS.
But I'm also on WhatsApp. And when I talked to my mom, there was a period one time where my mom thought I didn't know how to send gifts and responses and stuff. So she sent me a bunch of like gifts to use. Like we were on the phone at the time too, and she was sending them to me. And she's like, so if your friend sends you something funny, you send them this back. And it was the Jennifer Lawrence like spitting out water gift. And then like she sent me like so many different gifts to put in my little WhatsApp library for in case my friends send me something that I need to give back.
That's nice.
That's so
She's
nice.
So cute.
I'm done,
Mike-
Paul.
Oh, hold on. I'm in the middle of an anecdote here.
No problem.
Uh-oh.
We'll get right to you. My grandmother, at the end of her life, Grandma, I love you. She got into sending like those like Bitmoji characters, and her little Bitmoji character that she created initially looked a lot younger than she did currently. Like she was a younger lady, and my grandma's such a modest woman that after a couple months she couldn't handle it. She went to an older Bitmoji lady because she was tired of misrepresenting herself. I think she thought it was vain. I
That
was
is
like,
so cute.
Grandma, you're
Did
the
you say
sweetest."
something to her?
To my grandmother?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I ever called my grandmother out
I feel
for
like you
anything
said
ever.
something and she knew what you meant by it, and then she changed it. That's where I'm going with that.
Maybe I probably was like, "Oh, Grandma, pretty young-looking Bitmoji, huh?" And she freaked out.
believe that.
Stevie, are you ready to share with us your gift?
Well, I need Greg's music. I'm ready.
All right. Now for the shocking conclusion of
Riffin', riffin'.
Teal, Heart, and Monday. Wow.
Ooh.
Look, it's quite obvious, but everybody gets heartbroken that it's Monday, right?
Whoa.
Ooh, that's good.
On the spot content like that is remarkable.
This will be available on Instagram tomorrow.
If you're not following us already, follow us on Instagram at In the Green Zoom. You can check out all the other performers and see Stevie's great gift work. A gift master in the making, or the
In the
proofs in the pudding.
making, yeah.
Some people in the chat thought we were talking about gifts.
Gifts.
Oh.
No one does gifts anymore, unless it's a gift.
Oh, if we had been saying GIF, they would have thought we were talking about peanut butter.
Yeah, exactly. You can't win.
I want to jump into our next segment. I'm really excited for this one. This is the first time doing it on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Video Hut with Matt McCarthy.
Oh, shit!
Matt!
You see Olive perk up like, where are you going?
Dad?
Now she wants to be next to me, huh? Now.
Do you know video killed the radio star?
Absolutely not. Is it like this?
Have you ever heard of that
No, I
song?
have, of course.
Do
yeah,
you know the song?
Like, yeah,
just
I
don't
don't expect you to be able to play it.
I'm
just
familiar with.
I was
Video
just
Killed the
wondering
Radio
if you knew
Absolutely.
that song.
I could even sing it. From my heart into a car. Oh, 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 oh.
I don't know. This feels like I feel like I should have been sitting here the whole time. Just
You
like,
look good up
yeah.
there.
It is the
You look great
perfect
up
chair
there.
for you.
No, yes, no, yes, no.
Can you, Matt,
This
can
was
you
the
turn
idea
into
I
it?
always had.
Yeah, turn into it.
I always pitched this when me and Pete Holmes were making videos together. I was like, I want to be sitting in a chair like this, and he walks into a room with like an obvious trap, like a sandwich, but it has like a stick of dynamite in it, like tied to a string with like an axe, and like if he picked up the sandwich, it would explode and the axe would hit him, like some sort of obvious device, and he would look at it and be like, I'm not picking this up, and then I would be sitting here. I would be bald with a goatee and like a Dr. Evil, Dr. No type thing with like a cat or whatever, and I would turn around. Every video would end like this, and I would just go, "Well played, you fuck," and that would be. every video. So I'll read the back of. I brought a selection of videos from my personal collection, kids, and let's try it this way. I'll read. What did we talk about doing? I'll read the description.
You read the description, and then we are going to try to guess the title of the film based on the description.
All
Feel
right,
free to
good.
play along in the chat. We'd love to hear your suggestions.
No
Wait,
cheating by looking.
Can't we see the title?
Yeah, don't look at
Well,
it.
this one is in a generic box. I actually don't have the box for this one.
Oh, good.
And this is one I'm excited about. I haven't watched. I found this and then Googled the name of the movie because I'd never heard of it, and then was like, oh, this is trouble. Just the screenshots. So this is the first one, okay? And here's the description. I'm not going to touch my phone to the tape because I don't want to accidentally erase it with the magnet inside this phone. You know what I'm worried about, kids.
Always picking up excellent VHS archival tips in the Green Zoom.
This is what IMDb says. Unrated, 68 minutes. That's a bad sign for your film.
Lean. Too lean.
A wealthy Hollywood tycoon is framed for murder and sent to the electric chair without the... I didn't read this beforehand. Without the customary last dinner.
Oh my God.
Years later, actually it says years later. Years later,
Sure.
this is how the sentence is written. Years later, his comes back looking for revenge, and he's hungry.
Oh my God.
What
Okay.
is the name of this
Oh,
film?
wow.
I know what. I have a few ideas about what this is.
A wealthy Hollywood tycoon is framed for murder and sent to the
I've got
electric chair
one.
without the customary last dinner. Years later, his comes back looking for revenge, and he's hungry. What is the name of this film?
My guess is Just Desserts.
Ooh.
Wow. Book
I
this
came to
guy a
play.
plane ticket to Hollywood.
That's good.
I came to play.
Is that the name of the movie?
No, but
But it
shit.
could have been.
yeah.
I have a name. Hunger Never Dies.
Oh.
Wow.
Is that what it's called?
No, but wow.
Fuck.
Maggie, what do you think?
I think it's called Bones Appetit.
Oh.
Wow.
Love it.
What in the shit?
Is that
I-
the title?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, wow.
it
Was I
is not.
close?
No.
Okay.
Not even close.
I would have let you name it that.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Greg, what do you think? What could be the name of this feature film?
I got two. It's either Just Desserts.
I feel like he took yours.
Did you say Just Desserts?
I'm begging you to listen to the show, Greg.
I was like, that's good. Where'd I even hear that?
I have two,
All right,
Just
back-
Desserts and Hunger Never
back
Dies.
for a
Did I
second.
say that?
What was it?
Back for seconds.
That's very good.
Oh my
Ooh.
God,
Really
that's so
good.
good.
Back for seconds?
Yes.
Wow.
I was like, back for seconds is good. And then when Maggie started talking, I was like, Just Desserts. Let's say I have two.
I feel
Lead
like-
with Just Desserts.
I feel like it might have been when Paul started talking.
I said it, and you were like, "Wow, that sounds like a movie." No, you made me think that I
The way
said something
delivered it-
different. I
the
was
way
like,
I delivered it was
Right.
like,
"Did I
did I
say that? I must have said something slightly
I
different."
think you had one letter
Everybody
off.
who was one, that is classic gaslighting. You just saw it here.
Thank you.
Live.
Thank you.
I have no self-esteem. Oh God.
Yeah.
What
Now-
was yours again, Steve?
Back for
Hunger Never Dies.
Hunger never dies. I think that okay.
Ooh, how about this? Is it called Hunger Fame?
Hunger for More?
Hunger Fames.
Like Hunger Games, Hunger Fames?
Oh. No.
Hungry for More sounds actually better.
Hunger-
That's my idea. It just came
Sexy.
to me.
It's a sexy name.
It came to me when Stevie said it.
All right, Matt. What's the title of this film?
The big reveal. Do we want to zoom in on it?
Yeah.
Oh, the hand scrawled. Oh, what is it?
Death Row Diner.
Oh my God. You see?
Oh, we are all too literal.
It's like sometimes you hear the title of a movie and you know why it failed. Yeah. Right?
That's the thing.
Death Row Diner? Oh, we're going to go see that.
68 forgettable minutes.
If you don't hit 75, come on. That's not enough. That's a short film.
No. All right.
I like this game.
I'm hiding this one.
Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more. And
Okay,
this
one
is
more.
great.
All right, we'll do one more. Then I'll give away what this one was. I brought disc 2 of season 3 of SpongeBob because this features an episode where called Midlife Crustacean.
Oh my God.
Mr. Krabs joins SpongeBob and
About me.
Patrick for a night on the town, SpongeBob style. And at one point, they go on a panty raid, which 20 years
Fun.
after the fact, somebody was like, I don't think that's appropriate for children. So they pulled it from Paramount Plus. So, once again, I hold all the cards.
Illegal SpongeBob.
YouTube
That's right.
/ Matt McCarthy / bootleg.
So there you go. So I
Slash
will,
illegal
I will,
SpongeBob.
I will hide. This is what would be weird is if I was reading the description of this SpongeBob episode, but I'm
Yes.
hiding the other DVD behind here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. On a cold winter night, a woman living alone in the middle of the woods receives an unexpected visitor, a mysterious middle-aged man who asks to use her phone. Obliging the stranger, it soon becomes apparent that they might know more about each other than they're letting on. As hours and then days pass, the two become engaged in a series of bizarre and sinister mind games, uncovering unnerving secrets along the way. All the while, the ongoing confrontation begs the question of ... What mysterious events are transpiring in the nearby woods?
What?
Ooh. This is deep for me. This sounds spooky, and I think that a lot of times these little blurbs they sometimes lean on the title of it, and I think that In the Nearby Woods is the title of this film. Matt McCarthy, tell him I'm right.
You are wrong.
I got close. I bet it's real close though.
I Googled it because that was a big chunk of text. The IMDb description is, a widow living in an isolated cabin lets a mysterious stranger use her phone.
Ooh.
There you go.
That's the whole line.
I'm gonna go with Hansel. I'm going with Hansel and Gretel.
What was
How
that?
many
Craig?
minutes, Matt?
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel.
This film is
basically
97 minutes.
Okay.
A proper feature length.
Yes. Actually, in these days and age, a decent, almost a humanitarian level of consideration.
I mean, why
at
does every
97.
movie have to be 2 hours 20?
Oh, you're begging me not to watch it.
I mean, for God's sakes.
If it's a prestige film, if it's a subject you want people to know about it, make it shorter than 2
Master
hours.
and Commander.
You think? Can you imagine?
We're talking about prestige film.
Yes, of course we're talking about prestige films. You think that's the name of? No, of course. What's
Master and Commander.
Greg? What's your guess for the title of this film?
Phone Plan.
Phone Plan.
Phone Plan. I guess
Brilliant.
I don't know what year this was released. Maybe that would have been a good follow-up.
1987. Actually, both of these films were 1987 films.
Okay,
Phone Plan.
definitely Phone Plan was
And they
not
say
in
it
the
like that.
vernacular. No
Phone
way.
Plan.
Phone Plan.
Yeah.
The film is not called Phone Plan.
No, there's definitely no way. Definitely no way in '86 it was called Phone Plan. Stevie, what do you think this film could have been called?
Okay, well, there was definitely like an emphasis in both those explanations about a call, right? A phone call.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was like a lot of forest talk and wilderness talk. My take is it's something like like Call of the Wilderness or Family Plan.
T-Mobile Family Plan. Is that the name?
Call of the Wilderness or Family Player.
These are both
Coming
great.
to theaters this fall.
Because Call of the Wild is a famous book, so that's not out of the question that they would have
Yeah.
played off of that.
Stevie's guess, more like Call of the Mild.
Oh! Yikes!
What? Did he go there?
Caramello from the chat is going to have something to say about that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not gonna work for us.
I think I know the name of it. Phone Home Alone.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
I would let Maggie name any movie.
Tell her she's
I'm
right.
good at
Or any
naming
child.
things.
You are incorrect.
Oh.
It should have been named that.
What was yours again, Paul?
Mine was it was like the last line of whatever it was, something about in the
Oh,
woods or.
yeah, no.
Paul's
that
was
not it.
phone plan.
Yeah.
Mine was.
Yeah, I was referencing an idea that hadn't even been nearly invented yet, in the hopes that what? I don't know.
Is it called Friends and Family?
Oh my gosh. No, but that's so good.
Reach
That's
out and touch
so
someone?
good. That would have been good too.
See?
Bad reception.
Oh my
See,
God!
Greg, your other answers are so much better than your real answer.
When you believe in yourself and you're not stealing from Paul, you're
Just
so
let them
good.
fly.
Now you sound like my mother.
She loves me. Matt, what's the title of this film?
This film starring Malcolm McDowell and Madeline Smith, The Caller, now available on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome.
Close enough.
that
We all
was-
were so close.
You were all
You
so
were-
close.
yeah.
We were knocking. We were close.
This is
I
the
feel like
original poster.
better.
Oh, I love that original
Right?
poster. That's great.
And
Yeah.
it like works out for them. They like hit it off pretty hard.
I tell you, man, this is a hell of a movie, and the twist at the end, I did not see that coming.
Paul, can we have a section of the show called Spoiler Alert?
We're having it right now, Greg. This is Spoiler Alert with Greg Barris.
Okay, this week on Spoiler Alert, Matt McCarthy, will you spoil the end of this movie, The Caller? Spoiler Alert.
Spoiler alert. It turns out.
Wait, can I guess the spoiler?
Oh, sure,
Oh,
please.
shit.
Me
Oh,
too.
God, what a
It's-
great subtopic. Oh,
right.
man.
That dude is either her son from the future or whatever, or like her husband that died coming back from the future if he didn't die. Something like that.
That's incredible.
That's a great.
Lee wrong.
I should have written the caller. I'd have figured it out better.
I think the twist is obvious, and that is that he is an alien, and he needs to use his phone to contact his other alien life forms. Tell him I'm right.
I'm going to give Paul partial credit because he is almost halfway there.
God, that's good. That's as far as I ever got.
Wow.
I should have listened to what Paul just said.
Let that be a lesson to all of you at home.
Hold!
Who's not paying attention now?
Look, tuning
Who's
me out is
zoned
a
out by the
time-honored
piano
tradition
now?
of the show, but it pays to listen. Stevie, what do you think the spoiler of this film is? What do you think the twist is?
God. Okay. I think that it turns out the guy who wants to use her phone is a wolf from the forest.
I so thought you were going to say the 40s. He's a wolf from the 40s.
40s
A
wolf.
pre-WW2 wolf.
That he got turned into a human to come back to.
Everybody keeps calling him that guy. This is Malcolm McDowell.
I don't know who that is.
He was in Clockwork Orange and Caligula
Okay.
and the Star Wars movie that Generations, where Captain Kirk met Picard. And imagine if I just kept going. He
Yeah.
was also in If. ...
I haven't seen If.
So
Greg, what do you think the final twist in this film is?
Okay, he's an alien.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said
I'm
you were.
not-
Well, he was. Of course,
believe
Greg was listening to your answer.
Greg,
Don't
yeah.
lie.
You guys yell at me all day, and then I listen, and you yell at me. What do you want? He's an alien. He
This is
needs
partial
this woman.
credit.
He needs this woman in the forest because she's important. because she's special. She's got a phone, and he is going to use it because he needs to send a signal to the other aliens because he found the woman.
He started steering it and then drove it directly back into what Paul said.
And it's his mom, and she's the alien. They lost her, and then he found her, and he's telling him, I found my mom.
How could it not have happened?
You're all wrong. Malcolm McDowell is a android from another planet
Android.
Not a wolf.
who they are running a simulation on this woman,
Oh shit.
and it's a game. And if she can make him like screw up 50 times, like
that.
if she finds like a flaw in the scenario they're playing out, then I'm talking about convoluted. The shields will open in the sector where she is, and then if she can run fast enough, she can get to the next sector and potentially find her daughter. I mean, it is fucking bonkers. And everything leading up, like this whole movie, everything leading up to that, you're like, what is happening in this movie? And everything you keep going through, like I was like, she had to have murdered her family, and he's a psychiatrist and is like doing some sort of like psychotherapy, hypnosis thing with her. That was my best guess. And then when this shit went down, I was blown away. But it screened at Cannes and then got released on VHS and then like went out of print like the next year, and then they just found a print of the 35 millimeter and put it out.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Did they say how long the standing ovation was at Cannes? They get a long one for that?
Oh, you know what? They don't mention it back here.
Look, if you go to Cannes, you gotta let me know how long the standing O is. Otherwise, how can I track if it's any good?
We are now done spoiling the movie The Caller. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt McCarthy with
Thank
the
you.
Video Hut. We appreciate it.
And Madeline Smith, the wife from Funny Farm.
Oh, I love Funny Farm. Parts of it, anyway.
So they were just a bunch of like cop type, like they were a bunch of space cops. They were a bunch of space hogs.
They
I see the chat.
I see the chat.
I love Space Hog.
I do too. What's that? Their hit was amazing. Oh.
In the meantime,
Yes,
that
God, that
song
sounds so good.
rocked ass, dude.
That song came on the other day in my house, and my wife goes, "Oh hell no!" and she turned it off, and I was like, "Whoa, what? You don't like deep down in your bones love that song?" And we had a weird. It was one of those weird moments where you're like, "Oh, well, let's just never look. We agree on a lot of things, but let's never speak of Space Hog again in this house because it was gonna split us apart." We're gonna jump over to our one of our final subjects. We got a couple more happening on this show. This next subject I've been waiting to get to for weeks. I'm excited to have it. Candy News and World Report with
shoot.
Maggie Maye. Everybody,
Shoot.
Greg, give us some Candy News and World Report music.
She just stepped up on that stage like it was nothing.
We took the stairs, right?
I took the fucking, like, I was like so glad the stairs were there.
Me too.
It's just so, we've been hanging out for a year. I didn't know she had leg reach like that. That was incredible.
Yeah, I do that on stages, and people are like, "There are stairs," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I could do that."
I don't need that.
That was fucking awesome.
Candy News and World Report with Maggie Maye. Maggie, take us through the Candy News.
Candy News and World Report. I'm here to let y'all know the new candies that are out and the new candies that y'all should be looking out for. In the chat, real quick, make some noise if you fucks with Nerd Rope. Real quick, just say a yes or like.
I mean,
why
I'm in the chat too,
even
so I'm
get
gonna
into
say
the chat. Nerd Rope, it's delicious. If you like gummies, if you like nerds, they're perfect. Sometimes you don't want to eat a bunch of nerds because hey, you're over 30 and your teeth might break. Guess what? nerd rope is perfect because it has that little gummy thing just to like balance it out. So if you fucks with nerd rope, you can get them at a Rite Aid near you. If you fucks with nerd rope, you should strongly consider fucking with this new candy called Nerds Gummy Clusters.
Wow.
Okay? Nerds Gummy Clusters are like nerd rope, but in individual bite-sized bites to where you get the perfect bite of a nerd rope each time. So you don't have to worry about the nerd ropes falling out. Because I know some of y'all are like me. You eat nerd rope, you eat the nerds off first, and then eat the gummy second, and then you got nerd rope, nerds all over your shag carpet, and you can't really vacuum that out.
They never come out.
That's a difficult thing. So what you want to start doing is getting these Nerds Gummy Clusters. And the thing about these gummy clusters is some of them are big. This is like 3 Nerd Gummy Clusters together. Okay, this is a single one. Can y'all see this from here?
Yeah, let's get a close-up on the gummy
Give me
clusters.
a close-up. Take my glasses off so I don't give any damn. Do I need to get up at that? Hold on.
Maggie Maye on the move.
Is this the right camera?
No, I think you're
Nah,
I think
do
you're in the
two.
dark.
I'll
Do
do all
number
these
2.
cameras. Watch this. You see these clusters? Don't they look delicious? See, I could eat a single cluster and not have to worry about carrying a big ass rope with me. Camera 3. So, what you're gonna want to do next time you're at a
That is amazing.
picnic with family or whatnot.
When I got up to do my thing, I thought about stepping on that table and was like, I'm gonna break my neck.
The
See, I'm
second
just
step
not-
was even more impressive than the first. I feel like it was so fluid. And you were eating a gummy cluster at the same
At the
time.
time.
This is
She
monumental.
was focused on the gummy cluster, not the step.
She wasn't even stepping up.
That's what all greats say.
I don't even remember doing it. I just remember being on stage.
Nothing happened.
But see how cute that is? The perfect nerd rope cluster. It's got nerds on all sides of it. And the perfect gummy thing in the middle. And you can just eat it easily.
Oh, is this a play on the old time? They would have like the raspberries, like a little raspberry gel rolled in the raspberry, sort of like sugar balls.
Yes, but it doesn't suck.
That was exactly my question. Was how low those delivered as delicious candy, but I could tell that this had that everlasting gobstopper look, which you know is a very strong visual presentation.
It's by the Wonka Company, which has been taken over by Nestle, which is fine.
The good people at Nestle.
So
rolled my
you can get a Nerds Gummy Cluster on one of these big bags, or you can get them in the dollar theater boxes, the little theater boxes. Or it's not technically a peg bag. It's a little bigger than one. But you can get them in the little theater boxes and try them out for yourself. I am not sponsored by Nerds, but didn't I do a good job? Y'all should tweet at them.
Try out the Nerds Gummy Clusters. Let them know where you heard about it here in the Green Zoom with Maggie Maye in the Candy News and World Report.
Tell
Maggie,
them to run me my money.
Maggie, you got any other candy news you want to get to tonight?
This night was all about Nerd Gummy Clusters because I really feel like they're out here. I haven't seen any commercials. I haven't seen any Reddit threads or anything like that about them. So I really want to just put them on the map, let them know. Everybody get a gummy cluster too.
I would love a gummy cluster. I didn't want to ask, but I've been thinking about it.
Me too.
What was the country? Didn't Nestle almost kill a bunch of people? Because
Yeah.
it was like a baby formula. Thank you. And like whatever this
Thank
country
you.
was,
Wow.
it was so now the moms weren't breastfeeding the kids because they were using this Nestle formula, and then the babies weren't getting the necessary like immunities to, like if an American visits somewhere, they're like, don't drink the water,
Right.
you're not used to the stuff.
Right.
Anybody know what I'm talking? I'm sure the people from Nestle watching know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
I think we just got shadow banned.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of Nestle viewers for sure.
But the nerd cluster's delicious.
This is very good.
It's really
Right.
good. It's got a lot
But
of
don't
good.
feed it to your baby instead of breast milk.
No, your infant does not want a gummy cluster.
Nerd clusters are not a replacement for your own blood.
Breast is best. Not everybody has access to breast milk, or breastfeeding is difficult for some others. Formula can be great, and then blended up Nerd Gummy Clusters probably right below that. So think about it in a pinch.
Yes.
Not
One of the wives on HGTV, I think, Hometown. Is that a show? She was just in a US. I was at a hotel and I read the cover story in a USA Today, and she was talking about how she is unable to breastfeed and she shouldn't be made to feel weird about it.
I couldn't agree more.
Hometown.
Check it out.
Check out Hometown.
We like the other one better with the gay couple who are in Detroit and they fix up houses. God, what's that one called?
Are you giving us a
D
log
and the
line
D?
and we're supposed to guess?
I don't know. It's
It's a
more
gay-
fun
it's
with
a-
obscure
It's a
horror
gay
movies.
couple in Detroit fixing up houses.
Okay.
Motown flip-flop.
Wait.
Hometown?
Homotown.
Okay.
Right?
If I would have said that as a guess,
now that's an
canceled.
elevator pitch. You've just sold a show, and you better have some backup dancers because we're talking about Motown here.
Anyway, that
Oh,
was good.
Hotown.
The style is unbelievable. They make the inside of those houses look so cool, and then it raises the value of the neighborhood, and everybody wins.
That's
that
the
lovely?
flip-flop part.
No, I don't like the woman from Flip Flop.
Yeah, you wonder about her motivations.
I don't like her at
That
all.
breath you had to do to steady yourself.
I don't like her one bit.
We had so much to get to in this episode. We didn't quite get to everything, so we're gonna have to drop a couple of the planned segments. We're gonna do one more for everybody. This is such a fun, intimate experience, and thank you for everybody participating online in the chat. Our final segment of the night is Conversation Pit, and we're gonna have a nice, intimate moment for all of you. This feels intimate. We're about to get real intimate. Join us in the Conversation Pit.
People in the chat are researching Nestle's war crimes.
Now, come.
They're like, apparently it's more than one country.
How many countries was it?
Sounds bad. Sounds like
Yeah.
one too many at the very least.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Greg, that was great. Greg, thank you for the Conversation Pit musical interlude.
Allison, what country are you from?
My country lets Nestle drain our water to sell back to us, so I avoid them as much as I can. They do that here in America as well.
Allison's from Canada.
Oh, Allison.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, they convinced mothers to mix the formula with contaminated water, or was the formula contaminated? There's so many horrible things that could have gone wrong.
This is honestly something I heard in class.
Yes.
Something I'd like to say.
Trust me, this was
And
not
it's a
something
great
that I got to the bottom
B
of.
storyline in the hit film The Caller. Oh, wow, the back is great also.
Thank you to our sponsor Nestle tonight and all that you do.
They're the only people in. It's a cast of two. They're the only people in the whole movie.
I love that. Not enough movies go for that.
Like bank that for trivia when some jerk on Twitter's like, name a movie with a cast of less than 3 people. The Caller.
Caller.
Boom, easy.
The Collar by Nestle.
So he's a rep from Nestle, and he's going door to door, murdering babies.
The Conversation Pit is here where in the Green Zoom we take on more intimate conversation topics. If there's something you want us to cover, you can let us know and we'll cover it here in the Conversation Pit. I always love Conversation Pits. What a great architectural feature to have in your home or rental property. This segment, the question is, it's kind of more of a subject, everybody. I wanted to bring this up because it's near and dear to my heart. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez started dating once again. Bennifer reunited 2.0, and everyone's really excited. I can tell that it's really lifted the spirits of America, but at the same time, it's not going to last. It's not going to last, all right? Last time you knew it wasn't going to last and you were young and you didn't care, and now you're old and you know better. And this time when it doesn't last, it's going to hurt and it's going to feel personal. How are you going to prepare for the ultimate breakdown of Bennifer? Maggie, how do you think you're going to prepare for Bennifer breakup 2.0?
By just eating a nice bag of gummy clusters because I don't give a fuck about them.
A little bit of TLC through the gummy clusters. That's a nice way to
Gummy
handle it.
clusters are good for, celebrations. They're good for, heartache,
Yes.
sadness, and for when you don't give a fuck about something and just want a nice treat.
You know what I've seen a couple of times at funerals is people put their favorite candy on the coffin or whatever. I think that's nice. And even if you didn't know somebody and you were just walking by a funeral and you had some gummy clusters, if you put one cluster on top of the thing, people will go, that is so nice.
Oh, that's something special that they had. I don't want to,
Yeah.
He liked the club. They had that. He left.
Don't
too.
touch it.
Oh.
I feel like if we did that at Maggie's funeral, like, it would be so much candy, then like the coffin would like fall through.
That's
Are you kidding? A hand would burst out of the coffin and bring it back in.
What if someone did that at a funeral and then you just went and ate the one gummy cluster?
Never eat the funeral candy is for the dead.
There were funeral like little containers. One of my friends passed away, and there were like little things of candy, and like I was very well known in this community just loving candy, and his daughter, who knew me, was just like, Maggie, you better get your ass over there and get one of them candies. And I was like, you know me, babe.
All right. Oh, great. Gummy ropes is a fantastic way to prepare for the Bennifer Breakup 2.0. Matt, how are you preparing yourself for the ultimate Bennifer Breakup?
My hope is that they make another crappy movie together before they break up. Because if they break up before I get another crappy Bennifer movie, then I'm going to have to watch the only decent movie they were in together, Out of Sight.
Out of Sight rules.
Out of Sight rules.
I love
Wait,
that
that was
that's
George Clooney. Yeah.
I was like, is he got a small part in there? I would give,
That was definitely George Clooney.
but just because of the way this talent works, there's a Geely 2 script out there already.
Oh,
There's a Geely
been
5
more.
out there.
Yeah. It's actually a multiverse. You see, and I don't know
I'm
who
part of the
Geely is.
Geely-verse.
The GCU, the Geely Cinematic Universe.
There's a Jersey Girl Strikes Back out there, probably.
Oh my God! Well, now you see the Jersey girl's all grown up, right? So now, we
Now she's a Jersey woman.
yeah, Jersey woman. She's a manager at a Dunkin's, a night manager. No real clout, but responsibility and
5 kids. Husband won't take care of the kids. He's out of the picture. She's working. She's making donuts.
who played Ben Affleck's dad in Jersey Girl? Anybody know?
George Carlin.
Look at you.
Wow.
You're my candy.
that's good. You and Maggie gets extra points for the day. They told us that we could make this show more popular if we gamified things, so that was that. So
I'm a winner.
you got the juice from it. Maggie won this episode. Greg, in
Can I
the
tell you a
conversation
quick
pit.
story about Jersey Girl? We rented it on
Yeah.
Netflix when they, sent.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you can still get the DVDs.
They still send coasters. It's
And we watched it. It was so bad, and I said, "What happens if we don't send this back?" And my friend, whose account it was like, "Well, you get a couple like before you actually have to pay for it." And so we took the DVD and threw it out the window of our apartment into the street, and then said that it was just lost, and that was Netflix's fault, not ours.
Sorry.
You know what? My dad went and saw Jersey Girl in the theater and did not enjoy it and walked out and was just like, that movie sucked. I need to get my money back. And they were like, what movie was it? He's like, Jersey Girl. And they were like, we could have told you that. And they gave him his money back.
I love it.
Like, sir, we are so sorry. We should have clocked you going in here. We shouldn't have not let you get into this film.
We should have warned you.
Yes.
That's on us. Come back to the Cinemark.
Greg, I know that you've been tracking. You're a lover of couples and love in general, and I know that you get invested in relationships that you have nothing to do with at all. And so this is probably going to rock you the hardest of all of us. How are you prepared for Bennifer 2.0 breaking up?
Thank you, Paul, for saying all those nice things.
A passionate, philosophical man.
And because of my passionate philosophicality, I will say that I am a believer in Bennifer 2, and they're going to make it last this time. Bennifer 2.
Isn't this technically Bennifer 3 because he was married to a
even
woman
better.
named Jennifer, right?
Oh, Bennifer 2.6.
Well, yeah, that's
That's other Jennifer.
It's Jennifer
Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Bennifer.
I can't.
Two Bennifer.
What's in her wallet? What's her name?
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yes.
thought it was Garnier.
Garnier.
No,
Well,
I'm just kidding. It's not.
no, that's the fruit teas.
Did
that's
was
different.
she a Garnier spokesperson?
I think so.
Wasn't her?
Yeah.
I think she
Now
did.
that's
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah, there's
That
like a
makes
lot
sense.
of hair stuff happening.
Well, they
Garnier. That
Her
sounds
hair
like
so
her.
no wrong one. Yeah, but yes.
That's what, yeah.
I just think that they've both had a lot of time to do whatever they want to do, and they could both be dating anyone in the world, and they've
He could
gone
not.
back to each other.
He could date
She
anyone
could
at
date-
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, she
Yes.
could date anyone. He
Those
could
pictures
not.
of him ripping butts with Dunkin' Donuts and stuff.
I
it's
know.
just like, God, that should be the movie.
Well, she could be with anyone, and she's choosing Bennifer. She's choosing Bennifer.
Wow.
So
I think it's beautiful. They have something, and now that he has a weird giant dragon back tattoo, and they're back together, to me that's so much hotter because she is a diva. You know, she is a star, and to picture that star energy next to that back tattoo, very funny for me. Really love it.
anyway, so I'm prepared for Bennifer to
To go the distance.
go the distance.
Wow.
Lovers of Love, that's for you. Stevie, how are you preparing yourself? How are you steeling your heart to deal with Bennifer 2.0 breaking up?
The opposite of Greg. I'm gonna get R.I.P. Bennifer like trending on Twitter.
Bennifer. You could almost get it tattooed on your knuckles if you wanted.
R.I.P. and then I'll get it in different order. Bennifer. It'll be mismatched. No one will know what it says. But yeah, I will get that tattooed.
Just get that gift from earlier and just put hashtag
Press off Monday.
R.I.P. Bennifer.
Bennifer, click. We will release a breakup Bennifer gift as well. It's too good not to.
Wow.
That's all the time we have for this week of In the Green Zoom. Thank you for joining us on the show. We've been having so much fun putting the show all together and discovering new what's about it. Thanks for joining us in the conversation pit. This feels intimate.
This
I
is
really like
pretty
it down here on
intimate.
the floor.
Good.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us in the Green Zoom. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.